My mother talked my boyfriend into marrying my sister, telling him, "She's stronger and better for you." I was devastated when I found out and moved away to rebuild my life. Can you imagine the gut-wrenching betrayal of watching your own mother orchestrate your boyfriend marrying your sister? I never thought I'd recover from something so profoundly broken. But years later, when they showed up at my house for a reconciliation and met my husband, their faces were absolutely, utterly priceless. Sometimes life's most brutal heartbreaks don't just teach you lessons. They shatter your world so completely that you're forced to build something far stronger, something you never even knew was possible. And that's exactly what happened to me. Growing up in suburban Boston, our family looked like a postcard perfect dream. White picket fence, manicured lawn, a colonial house straight out of a magazine. But inside, it was a different story. My mother, Diane, ruled with an iron fist, always wrapped in a velvet glove. She could smile sweetly at the neighbors, then tear them apart the moment they left. My dad, Gerald, was her polar opposite. Quiet, passive, perpetually nodding along, just trying to keep the peace. Then there was Amber, my sister, 3 years my senior. She was my mother's golden girl. Blonde, beautiful, a social butterfly. Cheerleader, homecoming queen, the girl every boy wanted. And me? I was the family's black sheep. While Amber perfected her makeup and social status, I buried myself in books and computer code. My bedroom walls weren't covered in pop stars, but academic awards. By 14, I was teaching myself programming languages. None of this impressed my mom. "Computers are for boys, Sophia," she'd wave me off. "You'll never find a husband hiding behind those screens." Every achievement was met with the same dismissive pat on the head, followed by, "But did you hear about Amber's new modeling opportunity?" My sister's fleeting gigs and failed ventures were celebrated, while my consistent academic excellence was just an afterthought. Dad would sneak into my room sometimes after these exchanges, patting my shoulder awkwardly. "Your mother means well," he'd mumble. "She just worries about you." But his eyes, they always told a different story. He knew the favoritism was wrong. He just didn't have the courage to stand up to it. The summer before my senior year, I won a national coding competition and a full college scholarship. I excitedly shared the news at dinner. Mom's response? "Well, I suppose that's one way to get to college, since you won't be getting any athletic scholarships like Amber did." Dad stared at his plate. Amber smirked. That night, I made a silent vow. This scholarship was my ticket out. I applied only to colleges at least 3 states away. When my MIT acceptance arrived, I celebrated privately, a quiet triumph. Mom's only comment was concern about me moving so far from family. College truly was my salvation. For the first time, I was surrounded by people who celebrated my intelligence and passion for technology. I met my best friend Zoe at orientation, both reaching for the same computer science textbook. "You can have it," she'd laughed. "I'll just copy your notes, since you'll inevitably understand everything better than me anyway." Her honesty, her humor, it was like breathing fresh air. Through Zoe, I finally started building the confidence my family had systematically dismantled. She couldn't understand why I dreaded going home. "Your family sounds like a bad reality TV show," she'd say. "You know that's not normal, right?" Intellectually, I did. But emotionally, a part of me still craved their approval. Each break, I'd return hoping things would be different. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.